local man, a former Spartan football star, and his old teammates, they've raised money for a new orphanage in Mexico.
Their 2,000-mile bike ride last spring generated more than $500,000 in donation. And so much of the project's seed money has been collected right here in mid-Michigan. The
John Shinsky Orphanage is a reality, and on Halloween weekend, I had the chance to go to poverty-stricken Matamoros in person to see the newly opened dream come true. Ciudad de los Niños. It means City of Children, but you won't find this city on any map. In fact, without its founder, DeWitt's John Shinsky as our guide, we wouldn't have located it at all. Minutes away from downtown Matamoros, the newly opened orphanage seems like a place right out of old Mexico, both in its mission design and passers-by. But this is where old Mexico ends and new hope begins for these first residents, kids, most of whom have experienced nothing but deprivation their entire lives.
There's extreme poverty, there's extreme neglect, there's no direction regarding education.
We were invited to the nearby home of Maria San Juana. She's 52, already a grandmother 14 times over. Some of those children live with her here.
Yo aquí nací y aquí crecí y aquí estoy todavía.
2 rooms, no running water, no electricity. There is ventilation from the dozens of holes in her tin roof. In the kids' bedroom, just this old mattress. Most of Maria's animals aren't pets, they're food. And as for sanitation, so the bathroom is just it's a lean-to, yes? 2 of these kids may soon end up at the Shinsky Orphanage nearby. So I asked Maria how that made her feel. She says she doesn't want the family to be broken up, but she hopes for a better life for these kids and prays to God for it every day. And she still wanted us to take something for visiting, a gift, a fresh watermelon. The realities of what brings children to this orphanage are never far from sight.
Just travel the streets of Matamoros, you will see kids in poverty, kids begging for food, kids abandoned and just walking the streets.
That's what happened to Eduardo, 10 years old, going on 30, growing up alone on the streets, stealing to make ends meet, to him preferable to begging. I asked Eduardo about getting a second chance.
Sí, siento como una familia.
He says it's like a family here, and as with any family, some days are better than others. But all of it beats sitting around watching his dad throw his life and Eduardo's away on drugs. Now, Eduardo and the others have a safe place to call home, where there's order, where there's guidance, 3 meals a day, and a school just down the road, all made possible by people here in mid-Michigan who answered the call.
The people in mid-Michigan have been phenomenal. I am just so deeply touched by their generosity. This bunk bed was donated by Michigan State surplus, by Michigan State University surplus. The mattresses were donated by Robert Sala, a former football player, and the East Lansing Rotary. These blankets were handmade by Kelly Dean's drivers in St. John's.
Oh, and Dean, also a former teammate of John's at MSU, threw in a few of these buses for good measure. Still, despite how far they've come, there's plenty left to be done. 6 buildings worth. I mean, do you have to ride another 2,000 miles to get this thing done? What will it take to get to that next level? What's your plan?
Oh, I've got all kinds of projects I'm looking at right now. But if I have to ride another, if I have to walk 2,000 miles, I'll do it. It's whatever it takes, David, to make it happen.
The controversial border issues between the U.S. and Mexico, they're not going away anytime soon. Neither are the drug cartels or the poverty. But surrounded by it all, an island alone, the City of Children, providing hope to those who had none, and for the trapped a chance to escape, even if getting out means to one day return, like John Shinsky, and help building on what this orphan from Lorain, Ohio, and his mid-Michigan friends have begun.
People from the United States and Mexico have pulled together to put this facility together for these children by doing all kinds of acts of kindness and support. I honestly believe that these children are not only going to develop unbelievably, but they're also going to be able to contribute back. And I really believe that these children are going to change a generation here in Mexico.
teaching those kids the moves there, isn't he?
He is. It is a second chance at life for them. It's
It really is. And
wonderful.
he is a pretty amazing guy. He is a driven, focused guy from MSU who has done an amazing job with a lot of help as well. The world's going to see more on Super Sunday when CBS Sports does an extensive profile of this worthy project, all part of the Super Bowl game coverage. You'll see it right here live on TV6 as well. If you'd like to help them keep the City of Children going, it's very easy to do. We have a special logo right on our website homepage, WLNS.com. Secure donations for those who want to help John and all of his friends help these kids living across the Rio Grande. It's worthwhile.
It sure is. Well, you know what? It is the moment that Twilight fans have been waiting for, and right now